Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to boldly go where no one has gone before. I am actually going to repot my beautiful phal. Let me show you which one this one is. DTPS, Brother Cortez Red Caribe. I have had this one for 3.5 years. I've only done partial repots on this. What I mean by that is I take the orchid, I get all the bark that I can from around the roots. Taps out pretty easily actually, and then I refresh it with new bark. But I need to repot it, and I'm going to show you why. You aren't going to believe this. This is really funny. So let me show you what I have here. I have this big plastic pot that I have drilled many holes in the bottom, drainage holes. I have got my bark, plenty of it. The reason I like this bark is because you can actually see through this little sleeve what you're buying. So you can tell if it's rotten or not. Got some of my bark in here. Very important thing. You'll see why. I've got these packing peanuts, the really sturdy ones that don't dissolve in water. It's very important that you don't put anything in here that dissolves in water. But these are the ones that, very sturdy. I've got a whole bunch of water, and I've got, where are my sterilized scissors? They're somewhere. And I've got gloves because I don't like to get this bark on my hands. It will dry out your hands. Now this is what happens when my phals are in bark. The roots literally go everywhere. And I don't like to disturb them any more than I have to. But look at this. So, my thinking on this is these green roots here have never been in bark. So they don't really need to be down in bark. So I'm going to use the packing peanuts. I'm going to pot these in packing peanuts. Then I'm going to put bark up here on these roots that are used to being in bark. So you kind of have to think about what you're doing as you go. The only thing is this root is like stuck up in here. So let me see. This is what you got to work with really carefully. This is a very, this has grown a bunch. Okay, all right. Okay, I am watering this, which is going to make the roots more soft and pliable. All of them. I like to water over the bark I'm going to use. That's going to just kind of help inoculate it with what this orchid is used to growing in. That's what I do. I think it's a good idea. So I'm softening up the roots and I'm wetting the bark at the same time here. Okay, now let's see what we've got. Alright, these aren't stuck. That's good. Let's see if I can very gently. I do not want. I'm going to have to start cutting the pot. Yep. Okay, you can stop. Okay, this is the bark that I did a temporary, remember I told you that I did a temporary repot, just like a partial repot. And so I've taken this bark, I'm taking it back out now. This is going to inoculate the orchid with some of its own good bacteria and molds that it's used to, so that it won't shock the orchid so much. I like to use some of this old bark so that it will feel like it's at home, just like, you know, when you leave home you like to take your pillow or a blanket. It's kind of the same thing. It just makes the orchid feel like it's at home. Okay, so there's all that. Alright, now let me show you what I have. This is what I have. So what I have to do is I'm going to have to take my sterilized scissors. I just wipe them off with alcohol. And I'm going to cut between these holes so that I can just slide that away from the roots. That should work. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I've already done these 3 because there was no root right here. So work around the part that doesn't have the roots first when you're having to extract it from the pot like this, and it won't be so much of a problem. This one right here is going to be really hard though, because I'm not wanting to hit this root. And I'm just going to go on around. I'm probably going to wet my roots again so that they stay, I want them to stay soft so that I can get them through these holes easily.